Now I'm not real thrilled with her dress. I want to sort of lighten up that center a little bit. So I'm going to take my colorless blender and I'm just swinging back and forth, back and forth. And this will lighten up that blend just a little bit, give it a little more contrast. I'm going to do the same things on the shoes, except I'm just going to take the very tip and go back and forth, and that's going to just make that pop just a little bit more. Give her just a little more contrast. This is what I like to see. Okay. Now, you might think you're done, and at this point you can be, and that would be fine. What I'm actually going to do is give her a little bit more character. I'm going to give her some cheeks, some nice little rosy cheeks. Now her face is dry at this point, so whenever you work a color onto dry, it's going to be a much harder line between the two colors. So I've just kind of used the tip and dabbed, and this is R02. That's my go-to cheek color most of the time. Now that's a pretty hard line on those cheeks, and I don't want it necessarily that hard. So what I'm going to do is go back in with the base color that I used for my face, which is the E21, and I'm going to just tap just around the outsides of those cheeks. Now at first it does look a little weird, okay, until it dries. And if you're using the colorless blender, it's actually going to lighten up that skin tone too, and so it's going to give her the bright pink cheeks with sort of a really light outline. Looks a little weird. Okay, so as that dries, you'll sort of get rid of that outline a little bit. The secret weapon for skin, BV00. This is what I use when I want to put in shading on the face. For example, where her hair is casting a shadow on her face, and I have to turn this upside down or right side up for me to be able to color. But where her hair is casting a shadow on her face, I'm just going to put a little bit of this purple. It's a purple blue, and I'm not going to blend it out. I'm going to do the same things where her dress is casting a shadow on her legs and on her arm, and her shoes would cast that shadow, the straps would cast the shadow. Okay? And so it's not, like you can see on the legs, it's not really drastic, but it makes it pop, just that little bit of extra. Kind of brings up your image from good to great. That's what I always like to say.